YouTube, Shikun here with a review of the Kamen Rider Ghost Tension Brace DX Mega Ulorder and Necrom Ghost Eyecon. So this was released toward the end of January 2016 for about 5,000 yen or so, give or take, depending on where you picked it up. And so this is the transformation device for Kamen Rider Necrom, or good old scuba goggle dude up here. And up here is Sanzo and Grimm. Right up there, his alternate forms, and we will be taking a look at their ghost icons within about a week or so. Those just released at the time of this recording, like yesterday. So, yeah, so here we go. There is them on the back over there. There's Necrom being all there. And if you follow me along here, it says DX, Mega Ulorder, and Necrom Ghost Eyecon. I can't say Mega Ulorder with a straight face. I can't, and it makes me giggle. So I'm just going to stick with Mega Ulorder, since that's essentially what it is. It says loading is one of its phrases, for goodness sake. So I'm going to stick with Mega Ulorder. It's almost the same thing if you say it quickly enough, so it's not really that huge of a deal. All the functions on the back here, and we will take a look at that. Advertises the fact that it has sounds for the Grimm and Sanzo ghost icons, since those are used by Necrom. Not so much anything else other than that. And of course it does have phrases in the ghost driver as well, the Necrom ghost icon. So we will take a look at all those functions. Let's get it open and take a look. So here we have the Necrom ghost icon, and I kind of dig it. It's a lot different than the normal ghost icons, that's for sure. Here is Houdini, since he's the one I got sitting here. So yeah, they're similar in shape, but you can tell that this one's supposed to kind of give the impression that it's more man-made and mechanical as opposed to actual, like, spiritual stuffness. I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say. But it's made to be different, essentially. It's got a nice hollow foil sticker, very similar to the one that's on Houdini and Boost. But it's a little bit sparkly as well, so it's a nice little combo effect going on there. Unfortunately, there's no lights on this thing. I think a light right here would have been absolutely beautiful, but alas, it does not. Pins down here, it's got an extra set of pins right there and right there. And those are going to interact with the Mega Ulorder to kind of let it know what ghost icon is inserted into it. Sanzo has one missing and Grimm has one missing. And when both are hit, it knows that Necrom's in there. But we'll get to that momentarily. Nice green stripe here throughout the thing. If you press the button... Stand by. Now those are all actual functions in the Mega Ulorder. It doesn't really do a whole lot for itself while it's out. The only sound it's supposed to make when it's out of the device is standby. But how they manufactured it and engineered it, it just cycles through the sounds, which can get a little bit irritating, and I will cover that toward the end of the video. But it's all nice and primed for the Mega Ulorder, so... there we go. Now, before we take a look at the Mega Ulorder itself, I want to take a look at this thing in the Ghost driver. Okay, I'm going to warn everyone right off the bat that this is going to play a different standby noise than what we're used to. And I also want to tell everyone that it's not this toy that's making the sound, it's actually this. All the electronics for Necrom's jingle and transformation and everything are actually in the Ghost icon itself, not the Ghost driver. So, let's get it on. Well, not like that, but with the transformation. Yeah. Now, I did that a lot slower than you're supposed to, so what you're supposed to do is pop it in and close it immediately. Still didn't really line up properly, but yeah, that's the ghost icon making those noises. I love his little jingle. I think his little jingle is great. And of course you can do all the other functions as well. And you can do the Omedama attack as well. So there is that. Like I said, that is all done in the Ghost Eyecon itself. Alright, so here is the Mega Ulorder. And it's certainly interesting. How this works is it's a wrist mounted device that kind of just sits right here. It does not fit comfortably for me. This first strap is just too short to fit comfortably on my wrist. So I would need to steal a longer strap from something like the Powered Custom from Go Busters or something like that in order to actually wear this comfortably. And looking at the design of these things, it's probably actually the same strap set we've been using since like Geki Ranger or something. I know they're the same as the ones from the Go Busters Powered Custom brace, but I think I got some Geki changers that have a very similar strap to this. But anyway, so it is the same straps that we are used to, one longer than the other to fit higher up on your arm. But just for the ease of actually using the toy on camera, I'm just going to keep them off because it sits nice and flush on the ground with no straps inserted. So you would just insert those right there in those two slots. Nothing too crazy there. The on-off switch is right here. And there is LEDs in this panel right here and in this upper panel. So that's kind of neat. Nice little green LEDs. Well, it could be clear LEDs given the fact that the panels are green, but I don't know, whatever. So here it is. It is supposed to resemble an eyedropper. So if we flip this up, it is supposed to resemble, like up here, it drops in. That's why there's a cool little ripple effect going on in there. Oh, icon sits right there with the eye portion facing upward, so it's like you're dropping liquid onto the Ghost Eyecon. And that's actually where the where Mega Ulorder comes from. The Japanese phrase, when actually enunciated in Japan, is actually a legitimate Japanese phrase that kind of just means moisturize, to put it as simple as possible. So I really like that. I think the pun level is amazing there. So while it's an absolutely weird name for a toy, and I think kind of works, Mega Ulorder, it loads the icons, it works, I think. The fact that it's actually a actual Japanese phrase that has to do with the whole eye drop gimmick is really neat. And this one will say Tengan, which actually goes with the whole eye drop gimmick as well. So lots of puns going on here, and I love it. Thank you, Japan. All right, so when you flip it up, it actually kind of looks more like an overhead projector to me from school. You remember elementary school, the giant overhead projectors, you put the paper there and it shoots it onto the wall. That's what it reminds me of. It does not remind me of anything that has to do with eye drops. Alternatively, it kind of looks like an old record player. But other than not really capturing the gimmick, in my opinion, it is certainly a thing. So let's go ahead and test out these functions. On its own, you have a button right here. And that will actually start a transformation noise because with nothing inserted, it is the equivalent of having a normal Ghost Eyecon inserted because it does not hit either of, you can see them right there, either of those two buttons right there. And that's what it uses to signify whether there's something inserted or not. Like I said, Necrom has two, so when both are inserted, Necrom is in there. When one is pressed, Grimm will play, and when one is pressed, Sanzo will play. When none are pressed, it'll just activate a normal ghost sound, and we will demo that after we take a look at Necrom. So, we go ahead and shove that. Actually, we have to stand by first, my bad.
Stand by. Yes, sir.
Yeah, flip it upward. Kind of see that LED going on in there.
Tengan, Necrom, Mega Ulorder.
At the very least, I will say that Necrom knows how to rock. That is a really awesome jingle. And of course, you can do the additional attacks as well. Yay, and it will repeat throughout that destroy cycle. But if you hit it again, it will switch all the way to standby, which is one of the complaints I had. Because if you keep pressing this button, it will keep doing the Daitengan thing. But the icon doesn't know that, so it will cycle back through standby and back to loading before it hits destroy again. I really wish there was a way to have engineered that to where when it's outside... That's the deactivation noise, it's not that thrilling. Where it's outside, the only thing it says is standby. And then when you insert it, something is pressed. That is what the ghost icon presses. If there was something else here to press to where it would say destroy, or loading first, and then always after that say destroy, to match the Cycle Nation. Cycle Nation? That's a new website apparently. Like the what am I trying to say? The repetition of the actual Mega Ulorder. So that's the only complaint I have really, is that the engineering is a little bit sloppy, but I think it would have probably just taken too much electronics in order to engineer something like that. So here is the ghost icon. Like I said, we will take a look at that sound as well. So you just pop that in. Nothing, because it doesn't even know you put anything in there at all. So there's that. Nothing too thrilling, and as you can see, it does change the icon on there. So if you would have lined it up properly, we would have taken it out with the attack on there, which was accurate. And just to prove a point with the whole Grimm and Sanzo thing, if you have a pen handy, you can actually just kind of go in there.
Yes, sir. Tengan, Sanzo, Megauruoudaa. Yes, sir. Tengan, Grimm, Megauruoudaa.
There you go. So if you have a pen handy, you don't even really need the ghost icons if you don't want to. You can still access those sounds. So that is that. It doesn't really do a whole lot else. That being said, I actually really like this toy. I think if you were to get one ghost item from the line so far, it would either be this or the Gun Saber. The benefit of this is, like I said, you don't even really need those two ghost icons to activate those sounds. Plus, if you want those two ghost icons, you can get them in a pack with Himiko and call it a day. That way you can technically get the ghost sound, even though you don't really need to put anything in there for the ghost sound, as well as the Grimm sound, the Sanzo sound, and then if you already have bought this, then you have the Necrom sound as well. So you kind of get the complete package with only 2 purchases, as opposed to Ghost's 5,000 purchases. So there is that. I love the voice. The voice is succulent. The voice is sexy. I really dig it. It reminds me a lot of the voice of Beatbuster and Stagbuster's gear. I have no idea if it's the same person or not, but it gives me a lot of those sort of feelings. It kind of reminds me of that quite a bit. But as it stands, I like the look of it. The Necrom Ghost Eyecon is probably my favorite. I just really like the way it looks. It's all nice and mechanical and kind of eerie, and I dig that a lot. The Mega Ulorder is a little strange. For sure. I don't really get huge eye drop vibes from it. Like I said, I get more overhead projector vibes from it, or record player vibes from it. But I like they totally embraced the whole eye drop pun with this, with the name and the Tengan and everything is just, it's super eye drop, and I dig that a lot. I love it when they embrace the puns. So overall, if you can get this on discount, I picked it up for 4,000 yen from HLJ, so if you can get it for like 4,000 yen or lower, I think it's actually a really good price for this thing. Like I said, the sounds are nice. It is very solo. It doesn't really require any other purchases besides maybe the ghost icons if you want to get those sounds legitimately to fully enjoy the toy. It is bulky, for sure. It's probably the bulkiest wrist-mounted thing we've gotten since the Power Custom Brace from Go Busters, but If you can look past that and look past the limitations by not having a reader, if this thing had a reader, it would be absolutely perfect in my mind. But alas, it does not. So if you can look past that, I think it's a pretty neat purchase. But for those of you that are all about collecting the ghost icons and all about having a readability, this is certainly going to fall flat for you. So keep that in mind. So that about does it for this review. If you like it, go ahead and blast that like button, comment below, and subscribe for more. So as always, thanks for watching, take care, and have a great one. Bye.